Okay, so this is my M4 review, and I bought the M&P 15x M4. Comes in 223 caliber or 5.56 NATO. And if you can see, I put everything on there, mainly all Magpul, except for maybe like 2 parts. Magpul magazines. Great thing about Smith & Wesson is it comes with the Magpul mag. It also has a rebate. You get like 5 free mags with it, and the bipod. So as you can see, first I have the MOE Magpul stock, which is a great feature. The only thing you have to worry about is the buffer tube. It either will be mil spec or just commercial, so you have to really know which one you're going to get. This is a commercial stock. This is a mil spec buffer tube, so you can see it has a little bit of wobble. Just make sure you get the right one. I also have the Magpul foregrip. Comes with a few different options. You can get them in like different colors, like OD green, tan. They also have a little compartment down at the bottom, so you have 3 extra rounds, or you can put your firing pin, or they have like a cleaning kit option as well. I also have the Magpul trigger guard, so it gives you a little bit more room, especially your gloves. Comes in handy. And as we go up, I have the Magpul ambidextrous sling mount, which is their newest thing. It's a great piece. Allows you to go right to left when you're cornering, and is very sturdy. And you also have the top of the gun, the upgraded charging handle, which is, I'd say, one of your cheapest and best upgrades you can do, just because they have a tendency to bow and crack, and if you're charging it with just one side instead of pulling both pieces and just charging it from the left, it can definitely put a lot of pressure on the latch and cause it to break, lose your latch altogether. That is made by Bravo Company. I think they're online for about I think $45. You can get medium, large, or small. I have the medium, I believe. It's the Mod 4. And then the foregrip, or the Magpul grip, is, I believe, $40 about online. You can take this piece off, make it a lot wider. You can take your finger groove out, but I prefer both. Also, the stock's running, I think, run about $50 to $60 online. Then I also have the Sight Mark magnifier, 3x magnifier, which is actually really great. It's, I think, about $100 online, and then putting that together with the EOTech 512, which is about $400 online. This is like the cheapest part I really went with, just because magnifiers aren't too, you don't really need them for anything else but just to zoom in on your optic. And then, of course, on the other side, this is actually one of the cheapest upgrades you can do as well, and it's wonderful. I think they're about $40 as well, but you can see this bar that goes onto your bolt release. That is also Magpul, and it makes it ambidextrous, so you can still release your bolt from here, or if you look underneath by your trigger guard, you'll see the little latch. So basically, when you're holding the rifle with your right hand, if you're right-handed, you just basically flip that down, it'll release your bolt all the way, and it's actually a really good piece. But if you're going to go with the ambidextrous bolt release, I suggest getting the Magpul trigger guard, just because it allows just a little bit more room, especially with gloves. Then you come up to the front of the gun. This is the Magpul vertical or angled foregrip. It's actually really good. purchase. The only thing I don't like about it is it does take up a lot of rail space on your M4, so you can't put it with, like, say, my bipod, or you couldn't put it with a flashlight underneath or anything like that, just because it takes up basically all but a 1-inch rail space. But it does allow you for great follow-up shots, better accuracy. Let me see if I can kind of show you how you would hold it. So as you can see, when you grab the rifle from the front end and you're holding it, what you would want to do, of course, is just put your palm right in there, put your thumb over the top of your left rail, or your right rail if you're a lefty. But as you're firing, instead of holding the grip down here where you have a little bit of control, when you're using the angled foregrip, you actually have control over your whole barrel. What you want to do is make sure that the grip is as far forward as you can, so it allows for the most accuracy. And they come in a couple different options. I believe they're about $40 as well, $35 online. It can come without the notch or with the notch. And that's about it for what I did for the upgrades. Just small things, but it does make a big difference, especially with the ambidextrous full release, your charging handle. This ambidextrous sling mount is amazing. The only thing that I would have a problem with, especially if you're in combat or anything like that, is having that noise. But I think if you have tension on it, it really doesn't matter. And if the big thing I would say is, if you're going to upgrade your M4, is to not go cheap, because you're definitely paying for what you're getting. I see a lot of guys on these videos who buy really shitty parts for their gun just to save a couple bucks, but when you're in a bad